Hi everyone on YouTube and all the NFL YouTube prognosticators and football fans around the world. This is Andrew Warren, back here once again, giving you my thoughts and picks for week 1 of the 2021 NFL season. Check it out. First off, let me send my condolences to the families of David Patton, who from the former wide receiver for my New England Patriots in the early years of the Patriots dynasty, and it was Tom Brady's first catch under touchdown for was David Patton, and I think it was week 5, or week 4, and then against the Chargers. So, anyways, I'll be talking about the Patriots in a bit, and don't mind Coco over here by the window. Hey, Coco. Anyways, that being said, I think my thoughts about the preseason was a really crazy preseason. We had some crazy cuts, like my Patriots cut Cam Newton recently, which is due to the events out of the protocols and maybe things about the vaccinations and stuff like that. But anyways, not only that, I don't think he wanted to be a backup quarterback for a rookie, for Mac Jones. I think that was another reason too, and all that. And I think a lot of this stuff was issuing that too. So, that being said, I think there was other crazy cuts as well recently in the roster moves for the Patriots and stuff like that. So, anyways, I think as of right now, it's Mac Jones' era right now because he's the next guy up. So he's going to be the quarterback for us down the road. So we'll see how he does, which I'll get to the Patriots in a bit. So, but nevertheless, then I'm going to kick things off on the defending champions, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and against the Dallas Cowboys in Tampa Bay. I think this game alone, I think is going to be a really high-flying matchup. I think it's going to be a back-and-forth matchup. We're going to have Dak Prescott in return. I think that's going to be a big upgrade for Dallas. I think Dallas, if Dak didn't get hurt last year, I think Dallas would have gotten the division. So I think that's the way. And I got Dallas winning that division this year. So in the NFC East. So I think this is going to be a very interesting scenario on that one. But on the flip side of the Bucs, the Bucs have one more year with Brady. I think he signed one more year deal. So I think they're going to win another Super Bowl and possibly or stuff like that. And recently I just heard that he got tested positive for COVID after the victory parade last year. So that was kind of interesting on that. So I don't know if they're going to the Patriots, not the Patriots, if the NFL is going to find Brady or they're going to do anything or anything else. I don't know. But who knows, man? You never know. But that being said, I think on the case scenario, this is going to be the Buccaneers going to be winning this one. So even though the last time the Bucs were the Super Bowl champions and they were the defending champions, they lost their season opener. So so this is going to be a flip side. I think this time around, them being the defending Super Bowl champions, and they're going to be out, be winning this one. I think they're going to win this one, but I think it's going to be a high-flying matchup, so I'll explain that in a bit. So, anyways, for this game, I'm going to pick the Bucs over the Cowboys in this one, but, however, I think both quarterbacks are going to play well. I think it's going to be a quarterback duel in this one. I think it's going to be an outgun matchup, because I think Dak Prescott wants to come back. Have a comeback strong season, which I have him as my comeback play of the year, as my early prediction. So, anyways, that being said, I think I'm going to pick the Bucs over the Dallas Cowboys. On the line, though, the Bucs are favored by 7.5 points in this game. I'm going to go to the upset part in this one. I'm going to take the Cowboys plus 7.5. I think it's going to be a high-flying matchup. I really do. Over and under, it's 51.5. I'm going to go over 51.5 because I believe it's going to be a high-flying matchup. I really do. So I'm going to take the over on this one. The Philadelphia Eagles and the Atlanta Falcons. Well, this is an interesting thought. And then this is going to be involved with the Eagles, the Dolphins, and my Patriots. 3 former Alabama quarterbacks in this decade are going to be starting. So Jalen Hurts is one of them. So this is going to be very interesting. I don't think that's ever happened in NCAA football history or NFL history combined. So, 3 starting quarterbacks from one college are going to be starting this week. So this is going to be very interesting. So, a little side note for that. But anyways, I think for the Falcons case, they got to make sure they're not holding up on another choke after last year. and starting off from Super Bowl 51. But that being said, I think the Eagles are going to be really good. I think Jalen Hurts is a really good quarterback. I think he's going to be the most dominant one in this one. But as for the Falcons, I don't know what the hell they're doing. They're retooling, rebuilding. I have no idea. So this is going to be a high-flying matchup, Even though Matt Ryan, I think he's okay, doing what they're doing. But I think for the Eagles' case and for the Falcons' case, I think you just don't get your hopes up in the fourth quarter. That's all I'm saying. But anyways, I think the Eagles are going to win this game. Jalen Hurts is going to have a monster game, and it's in Atlanta, so I'm going to take the Eagles over over the Falcons in this one. On the line, though, the Falcons are the favorites by the 3.5 in this game. I'm picking an upset for the Eagles and the Cowboys, and I'm taking the Eagles plus 3.5. Over and under, it's 48. I might go with the over 48 because they may dominate first, but you never know. Atlanta can come back. Philadelphia can come back. But that being said, let's move on to the Buffalo Bills and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think this is going to be another close one too. I think it's going to be similar, like a tight one. On this one, I see this is going to be a close one. We have two great quarterbacks going, Josh Allen and Big Ben, which a young gun versus a veteran. So I think this is going to be a really interesting case scenario around. So both of them have good defenses, especially Mike Tomlin likes to keep them under the defense under his toes and everything else like that, So that being said, I think the Buffalo Bills, I think they're much a better talented-wise team than Pittsburgh. So I think I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with Buffalo on this one. I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills over the Pittsburgh Steelers in this game. And it's in Buffalo. Let's get some Buffalo the home field advantage, which I think Buffalo had the best record at home last year, if I'm not mistaken. So, I take that back. I think it was Kansas City. So my fault on that one. So, anyways, that being said, I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills over the Pittsburgh Steelers in this game. On the line, though, the Bills are favored by 6.5 in this game. I'm going to take the Bills minus 6.5. I think this is going to be a touchdown difference in this game. So, over and under, it's 48. I'm going to go over the 48 because I think it's going to be a high number, too. I think it's going to be in the 20s. So, I'm going to go with that. The Vikings and Bengals. So, all right, this is a very interesting matchup the way I see it. We don't know what's going to happen with the Kirk Cousins situation for the Minnesota Vikings. I don't know what's going to be happening with Cincinnati. These are two mystery teams we're going to find out this week. So, I'm going to probably pick this one. But even though it's in Cincinnati, so I don't know what to expect from Cincinnati on this one. But I don't expect for the Vikings either, but defensively, the Vikings are a much better defensive team than Cincinnati, so I'm definitely going to go with the Vikings on this one. I'm going to go with the Vikings over the Cincinnati Bengals in Cincinnati. On the line, though, the Vikings are favored by 3 in this game. I'm going to take the Vikings minus 3 in this game. Over and under, it's 48. I might go under 48 because I think it's going to be a defensive game in this one. 49ers and the Lions. Now we're questioning for the 49ers, is Jimmy Garoppolo going to be starting or is it going to be backup? As of right now, the 49ers are not going to be announcing who's going to be the number one quarterback right now. So Kyle Shanahan, they haven't announced anything yet, as far as I know right now. So that's out of the question. That being said alone, I think this is going to be a game. This is going to be be a defensive game because, the 49ers are going to get Nick Bosa back. So it's a big defensive boost for them. Nick Bosa was out for a season-ending injury last year. Now he comes back and he's going to be putting that last season behind him. So that being said, I'm going to take the 49ers over the Lions in this game. For some reason, I don't know about the Detroit Lions right now. The Lions just lost Matthew Stafford. He went to the Rams, and I don't know what about Jared Goff's situation. I don't know how the thing's gonna roll out. So, to me, I don't know what Jared Goff's gonna be like for Detroit. I don't know if it's gonna be Matt Stafford or the Detroit Lions. So that's gonna be a big question coming up in the series. I don't know what's gonna be like for the Lions. So I'm going to take the 49ers over the Lions in this game, in Detroit in this game. On the line, though, the The 49ers are favored by 7.5 in this game. I'm going to take the 49ers minus 7.5. Over and under, it's 45. I'm going to go under 45. I think the 49ers are going to dominate that game most of the game. So I don't think that they're going to have enough to cover the 45. So I think I'm going to pick the under on that one. The Titans and Cardinals. The Titans are going to be it's a really great team. I have them as my Super Bowl prediction this year. I think they're going to win it all. So I think that's what I'm going to pick for the Titans. They're great on both sides of the ball. Ryan Tannehill is great for them. You know, he fits the system pretty well. Mike Vrabel, great coach. Hoodie guy, you know. So one of the great hoodie guys, I would say. But anyways, for the Titans situation, the Cardinals situation, this is going to be the Cardinals situation right now. They just lost Larry Fitzgerald. That's a big loss on the offensive side of the ball for the Cardinals. You know, defensively, they're pretty well rafted around. So I think that's going to be great for them. But I think for the case for the Tennessee Titans, Henry's in there. If you got Henry, you got to have a good defense to beat him. So I think, but I'm not sure if they're going to, if the Cardinals are going to hold up Henry. So that's the thing I'm going to wait to see right now. But anyways, but a big boost for the wide receiver position. Yeah, for the Tennessee Titans. They just picked up Julio Jones, which I think that was a big upgrade for the Tennessee Titans situation right now. So I think that, and that's the reason why I picked the Tennessee Titans to win it, because the Julio Jones situation. They capitalize on that, and he put up a good preseason as well. So I think that's going to help him out even more. So I'm going to pick the Tennessee Titans in Tennessee over the Arizona Cardinals. On the line, though, the Tennessee is favored by 3 in this game. I'm going to take the Tennessee Titans minus 3. Over and under, it's 52. I might go over 52 because I think the Cardinals are going to put up a fight. I really think they will. But I think Tennessee's going to pull it off. So, the Seahawks and the Colts. The Seahawks, I think, in this situation right now, the Legion of Boom, I think it's dead. They're on for the Russell Wilson era and Pete Carroll. I think they're on the verge on the offense. Going to be a more offensive team than they were in their past history as a defense. So I think for Seattle's case, I think this is going to be an offensive team this year instead of what they're used to seeing, which is a Legion of Boom and stuff like that. So it's going to be a big, like an odd situation for Seattle, but I think it's going to be something Seattle's going to enjoy for a little bit. So that case scenario, I like the Seahawks in this game against the Indianapolis Colts because I don't know what's going on with the Carson Wentz situation, if he's going to be playing or hurt. As of right now, I thought it was the end of the season situation for the Chargers, but that didn't turn out to be the case. Maybe. I don't know. But so I'm going to take the Seattle Seahawks over the Indianapolis Colts in Indianapolis. On the line, though, the Seahawks are favored by 2.5 in this game. I'm taking the Seahawks minus 2.5. Over and under 48. I'm going to go under 48 because I don't know. It's a big question mark for the 49ers. I mean, the Seattle Seahawks right now, so I don't know. So we'll see how that one goes on that. The Washington football team in the LA Chargers. Well, the LA Chargers, so for their case scenario, they lost some really tough guys, especially on the defense. I forget who they lost on defense. They lost the tight end to my Patriots, which was Hunter Henry. So excuse me. So sorry about that. So anyways, the Patriots acquired Hunter Henry and John O. Smith with a couple of tight ends from the Tennessee Titans and the LA Chargers. So that's going to boost up their tight end position. Sorry. Anyways, I was talking about the Hunter Smith, who just recently went to my New England Patriots. So that's a big loss for the Chargers on that one. So at least Justin Herbert with like questionable receivers and tight ends right now. So anyways, that being said, I think Justin Herbert's getting a young quarterback. He'll be fine. I think that's not going to be a problem for the Chargers. They're going to be an offensive team, no doubt about that. But they're facing a great defense in the Washington football team. The Washington football team is going to be a really tough defense. I think it's going to be a defense to look out. They're going to be like the 49ers a couple of years ago. So I think when they went to the Super Bowl. So I think there's going to be something in that. We'll see. But nevertheless, the Washington football team, I think they're going to win this one out as an upset. I'm going to pick the Washington football team over the Chargers. On the line, the Washington football team, the Chargers are favored by 1, which that could turn into a pick 'em like when the games get closer, I think. So as of right now, I'm going to pick the Washington football team +1. Over and under is 44. I'm going to go over 44 because I think it's going to be a really tight matchup. but I think both teams can put up some numbers. Anyways, that being said, the Jets and Panthers, and so I think in Carolina, I think that's going to be a good one to watch. I was debating back and forth in this one. I think the Jets, they had Zach Wilson's case, decent quarterback. The only problem is he should just really stay quiet once in a while, which I don't know. I mean, he's a young guy. I don't think he'll learn. But anyways, that being said, I think the Jets, I think they'll be okay with what they have right now. In fact, this is gonna be very good. See, and former Jets quarterback, Sam Darnold. So he's coming back. He's with the Carolina Panthers right now. Now he gets to face his former team. So I think that's gonna be very interesting. I mean, that's gonna be a good revenge game, I think. But I think that's what I'm gonna really pick out in this one. But I think I'm gonna go with the upset in this one, and I'm gonna pick the New York Jets over the Carolina Panthers in this game. Because I think Zach Wilson I think he's a good player, but I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see what he does on that one. I think he's a really good guy. I think all of our cases for the draft this year, I don't really see a lot of busts in this one. So that's the thing I don't see. So anyways, that being said, I think I'm going to pick the upset in this one. Take the Jets over the Panthers in Carolina. On the line, though, the Panthers are favored by 5 in this game. I'm going to take the Jets plus 5. Over and under is 44. I'm going to go under 44. Sorry about the playing background noise, guys. Anyways, that being said, the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans in this game. Trevor Lawrence's debut starts against the Houston Texans, which Houston Texans have a lot of drama going on right now with the Deshaun Watson situation and everything else going on as the Jags recently drafted Trevor Lawrence, and Urban Meyer's the new head coach. They're in a new franchise. Oh, hey, Coco. Sorry, Coco. My cat Coco wants to come visit. Hey, Coco. All right, I'll put you down. So, anyways, that being said, I think the Jags are going to win this game out. I think Trevor Lawrence will win in his debut game. I really do. So I think he's going to be really good. So I'm going to pick the Jags over the Houston Texans in this game, despite the fact the Texans have a lot of drama right now. On the line, though, the Jags are favored by 3 in this game. I'm going to take the Jags minus 3. Over and under is 44. I'm going to go over 44 because I give credit for the Texans' defense. I don't know. Now we get to do my Patriots over the Miami Dolphins, which they're playing with heavy hearts right now. They just lost a Patriot great in David Patton with a motorcycle accident recently, so that's going to be really tough for them to swallow. But I hope they do a nice memorial service for him next week. I hope they do for the game. Because he was a great wide receiver. And Tom Brady's first touchdown pass was with David Patton. So I think Tom Brady's going to be a little emotional for that too going into that. So anyways, that being said, Mac Jones and Tua. So they're all going to be starting for the 2 former Alabama quarterbacks that know each other. Yep, and Coach Flores and Coach Belichick, they know each other as well. It's going to be very interesting. Besides, I think the Patriots want some redemption from last year for causing them in the playoffs. So I think that to be another case scenario going around this year too. But, the Patriots were refreshed. They signed a lot of guys, especially in the 2 tight ends position. Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry, which they required from both the Titans and the Chargers combined. So they set a couple of tight end spots for them. But this puts Mac Jones in a very pressure situation after they got Cam Newton, after his situation with the 5-day protocol, and about the vaccine when he made something about that. So, I don't know. But hey, it's his life, and the way I look at it, especially with other people too, if they don't want to take the vaccine, that's their business. I'm not going to be judgmental about that. But anyways, I'm not really respectable about it, but I hope Cam Newton does well. I really do. So I just was really disappointed that he didn't planned out it the way they did with him. I don't know if it was because of COVID last year or his arm still didn't have it in him anymore because of his injury a few years ago. I don't know. It's going to be a good free agent watch, too, when it comes to Cam Newton. But he did say he wants to be the starting role. I don't know. Maybe if I had to think of a good starting quarterback right now, I'd probably think the Washington football team would make a good call. But I don't know on that. As of right now, just if I were Cam Newton, I would pick up the phone despite which one to get. So, Anyways, I wish Cam Newton the best. I hope he does pretty well. So, I don't know. But I was one of those guys who accepted Cam Newton as my quarterback. I really did. I thought he would planned out well, but it didn't work out that way. But I think the Patriots, I think they had to do what they needed to do on that one. So, and who knows? Maybe Mac Jones did win the job. I don't know. We'll have to find out on this one. But the thing is about the Mac Jones situation for my Patriots, I don't like the fact that they're comparing him to Brady or anything like that. That's really no. Brady's gonna be Brady. Mac Jones is gonna be Mac Jones. That's it. But if I'm gonna compare Mac Jones to anybody, and I mean anybody, it's a Hall of Fame quarterback, which is Steve Young. The reason why I say that is because Mac Jones is going into a situation who were used to winning for the past 20 years. All of a sudden, they lost a quarterback. They come fresh start. He's the new guy. So, and they're probably not going to accept him. Maybe if he wins a Rookie of the Year, they probably won't accept him. Maybe in the future down the road, win some Pro Bowls, win an MVP down the road. That probably won't be acceptable either until he wins a Super Bowl. This is kind of what Steve Young went through when they transformed to Joe Montana to Steve Young. So that's what Steve Young had to go through. Winning a few Pro Bowls, winning an MVP, that still wasn't enough. He still needed to win a Super Bowl. Finally get the monkey off his back and win it against the Chargers. Against Super Bowl, I forget which one. I think it was Super Bowl 29. So when they beat the Chargers and Steve Young broke Joe Montana's record that day too, and he finally got accepted. So I think that's what Mac Jones is going in a situation like that right now, something like that. But anyways, Tua, I think he's gonna play outgun us again, like he always does. So he might do that. I think they have a shot, but I think the Patriots still want to get a win over Miami after the redemption a year ago when they got eliminated by the playoffs. And I got them cost us a second round seed a year before that. And a year before that, they cost us the first place division, which it cost them a bye week. Well, not really a bye week, just dropped the number 2 seed. That was it. So, I think them focusing, not get one game, not get 2 games, go for 2 this year. I think that's the plan is for the Patriots this year. But they're not telling us. But anyways, that being said, for the Patriots situation, I'm going to pick the Patriots over the Miami Dolphins in this game. On the line, though, the Patriots are favored by 2 in this game. I'm going to take the Patriots -2. Over under is 44. I might go under 44 because the last time they played each other in Foxborough, they lost. That was a year ago. The Patriots won by 10. It was 21-11. So we might see something similar to that, I think. So we don't know. So we'll see. The Packers and the New Orleans Saints. Now, this is going to be a game. This is going to be a tight one. Now, they're going to a situation where Drew Brees is not the quarterback. He's retired. He called it a career, which I think they should retire his number personally. But we'll see how they do with the Saints. But now Sean Payton, he's going with Jameis Winston as their quarterback. He's going to be he's the new guy in there. So, hold on, Coco. Yeah, Coco's a little jumpy with me right now. So, anyways, now Aaron Rodgers. Now we go with the Aaron Rodgers situation, which Aaron Rodgers had an interesting offseason. He hosted Jeopardy, trying to guest host with the late Alex Trebek in there, which he did a pretty good job. If I were Aaron Rodgers, I probably would have let Kevin Love be the quarterback and host Jeopardy. But I don't know, that's just me, but he wants to play. Let him play. So, anyways, but for the Packers situation right now, they're in a little drama of their own, but I think they're going to beat this game out in New Orleans. So, I'm going to take Aaron Rodgers over the New Orleans Saints. Aaron Rodgers and the Packers over the New Orleans Saints to win this one out. So I'm going to take the Packers over the New Orleans Saints in New Orleans. On the line of the Packers, they're favored by 4 in this game. I'm going to take the Packers -4. Over and under is 42. I'm going to go over 42 because Jameis Winston has done pretty well during a couple of games out last year when Drew Brees got hurt. Now he comes in. He's a new guy. So I think it's going to be an outgun game on this one. We just don't know yet. The Broncos and the New York Giants in New York. Now, this is a game. There's the Broncos situation. Teddy Bridgewater is the new quarterback. He's a new guy, give Teddy Bridgewater the credit he's doing. He hasn't given up since he lost his job for the Minnesota Vikings, since that devastating injury that cost him 2 seasons on the bench. So now he goes out to have a fresh start with the Denver Broncos as his quarterback, trying to fill in what Peyton Manning didn't do. He went to take up when Peyton Manning left off, and that was to be their franchise quarterback. So we'll see how that one goes out on that one. But anyways, Danny Dimes, Daniel Jones, he's going to be the starting role for them. But I think this is going to be a questionable game. Like, who's going to show up, which I think that's going to be the Denver Broncos. I think Teddy Bridgewater is going to make a fresh start, fresh win. I think that's what the way it's going to go with that one. So I'm going to take the Broncos over the New York Giants in New York to win this game out. On the line of the Broncos are favored by 2 in this game. I'm going to take the Broncos -2. Over under it's 42. I'm going to go over 42 on this game. Let's go to Sunday Night Football with the Bears and then over the Rams. Now the Bears situation, they have Andy Dalton and they have the rookie quarterback, which is I just lost my train of thought. But they're going with the situation with Justin Fields and Andy Dalton in there. Fans want Justin Fields in there, but the coaches want to stick with Andy Dalton, which I think if I were the Chicago Bears and if I was Matt Nagy, you want your job, put in Justin Fields. So I think that's the way they need to go. So, and if you want to win, put in the Justin Fields so he can win Rookie of the Year, which I still have him as my Rookie of the Year candidate. I think he's going to win it out this year. I'm still sticking my gun to that. So, anyways, that being said, I think the Bears over the Rams, no matter who's that quarterback for the Bears, I think they're going to win this game out in Chicago, which I think that's in Chicago. So, anyways, that being said, but anyways, for the Rams situation, they got Matthew Stafford in there. I don't know what his status, what's going to be like. Now he's on a new team, then he's off against the Detroit Lions. Now we get to do something he never done, be a successful player. Could be the team, or could be the quarterback, or it could be Matthew Stafford. So I don't really much know about that. But the fact remains, this is a game, this is a questionable decision. We'll have a lot of question marks on both sides of the ball. With Matt Nagy and Justin Fields and Andy Dalton situation, and what the Rams are gonna do with Matthew Stafford. So that is a case scenario. What they need to go right now, so I really don't know. I'm just looking up. I forgot who to put in. So but I know that what the odds are in the spread line. So I think it's in LA. So all right, that's fine. So the Bears and the Rams. So no matter who, like I said, no matter who's that quarterback for the Bears, I think they're gonna win this game. They have a great defense. So I'm going to take the Bears over the Rams in this game as an upset. I'm taking the Bears over the Rams in this game. On the line, though, the Rams are favored by 7.5 in this game, which I don't get why. Their defense is really good. Sam Darnold's good. Fine. It's going to be a great defensive game, I'll say that. But, nevertheless, I'm still sticking with my guns with the Bears winning this game, so I don't care. So I'm going to take the Bears plus 7.5 in this game. But if I'm the goddamn Bears, put in Justin Fields. Listen to the fans. The Bears have been suffering for far too long in the same. Just get the rookie quarterback a shot. I think the last time they had a great quarterback was with Jim McMahon, who was a good quarterback, but nevertheless, he can win a Super Bowl. Not just because he won a Super Bowl doesn't mean he's a great quarterback. He was a good quarterback, so in his own right. But for God's sakes, put in a quarterback. They hadn't had a great success in quarterback in years. Put in Justin Fields. This is what I say about the Bears situation now. Put in Justin Fields. Don't care what Andy Dalton says. I don't care. You want to rile on him. If you want to win, put in Justin Fields. That's what I say about that one. But nevertheless, over and under it's 44. I'm going over 44. But for God's sakes, Matt Nagy, do the goddamn right thing. Save your own goddamn job and put in Justin Fields. You drafted him for a reason. Use him. All right, I got that off my chest. I really needed to do that as a fan of football, not as a Patriot fan, just a fan in football in general. But nevertheless, let's go to the Monday Night Football game to wrap up Week 1. That's the Ravens and Raiders in Las Vegas. So I think I'm gonna switch with that one. As of right now, Mark Davis is building a house down there, which is pretty cool. He's earned that. I'll give him credit for that. He worked as hard to get people in Vegas. Might as well give him a house too. So I don't care. That being said, Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, they're gonna smash mouth that house of tour for the black hole for the Raiders. So, but no matter what John Gruden does, he's not gonna stop Lamar Jackson. I'm picking Lamar Jackson and the Ravens over the Raiders in this game. On the line though, the Ravens are favored by 4.5 in this game. I'm taking the Ravens minus 4.5. Over under is 51. I'm going over 51. That's going to wrap up my picks for the week, for Week 1. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoy your games this week. Good luck to all your picks this week. Hey, shout out this week. Give a big shout out to Johnny's Talk Sports. So anyways, give him a shout out. And then he just made a video about Virginia Tech upset North Carolina, which they did that the other night. So I think it was last night or Friday night. So I think it was one of those nights they upsetted North Carolina. So Virginia Tech did that, and he made a video something about that. Check his video out, Johnny Talk Sports. And check out the rest of the NFL YouTube prognosticators down below in the description in there. And please, for everyone suffering from the pandemic right now, hope you guys are safe and healthy. And regardless if you want to take the vaccine or not, we can all agree on one thing. As of right now, a lot of kids are going back to school, and all of a sudden they're getting sick again. It's getting sick around the kids right now. We all don't want all of our own. If you have kids, you don't want to get your kids sick or anything like that. We all don't want to get sick. That's the one thing both sides can agree on. They don't want to get sick and all that. Do what you think is best is a healthy way. So be it. I'm all of what you guys are going to do. But until then, this is Andrew Warren signing off. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Until then, this is Andrew Warren saying, work out.